What's going on, everybody? So today I'm going to be reviewing my best friend's 2012 Kia Forte Koup SXR, which is the R-Spec package that I didn't even know they had until he bought one. But there's a lot of people that want to know where he gets the trim pieces from. It is from the package he bought. Put a couple decals on it. It's already lowered. It has some exhaust modifications, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So it is a 2.4 liter inline 4 making 173 horsepower and 168 pound-feet of torque, so it's not too crazy. But how light the car is, it makes decent amount of power. The power to weight ratio is good enough where you could actually get some decent speed out of it, but I can guarantee you're probably not going to take it to the drag strip without any modifications. So the package he got is the 6-speed manual version, 2-door, front-wheel drive, so you can't really do too much with it other than maybe rip around the track on a free day and or rip around the streets, and that's definitely in the mic, I just realized. I was gonna keep going until I get through. I'm going here.
Got one job and it slipped through my fingers.
So he did buy the 6-speed manual, front-wheel drive package, 2-door, all of that. So most you're pretty much gonna be doing with it is maybe take it on the track during a free day and or rip around the streets. Other than that, it's a nice car. It does everything you need it to do. This package comes with the leather interior, some of the race seats, the red stitching, or I'm assuming you can get other colors with it, and it also has the arrow on the outside, which you can see with the splitters, and I'll show off more of it. I think you saw it at the beginning of the video, if I'm sure. Comes with all of that, and then it comes with some extra accents and stuff like that inside the car, like the coupe badges, and it's supposed to have the R-Spec badges or kick plates inside the door panel, but it doesn't for some reason, so.
Might be true.
Might have been, yeah, it might have just been where the manufacturer made this one. But other than that, it comes with the badges on the outside, and after that, it's just decals he added on his own.
Tell you that.
So I believe the car is actually pretty aggressive already before any of the decals were added to it, but the scratch down the headlight was a personal touch he wanted to add in. The coupe badge came with the package, and the smoked license plate I think adds a lot to the gray and black theme that he's been going on with, and the slight red accent. But he added the little scratch sticker just as a more aggressive tone to the front end.
That it does not make the car look more aggressive. It
definitely makes it a little bit more aggressive. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's also bubbling, but whatever.
Yeah, whatever. But so it looks a little bit better. I like the front end of this car quite a bit, and these are the only little decals. Him or I both aren't really sticker people, but it is what it is, especially when it's a car that he's just pretty much working on when he has the time and money. So to reiterate, this is the 2012 Kia Forte SXR Coupe, and the specs for it.
Yeah, 6-speed manual transmission, front-wheel drive, inline 4 with a 2.4 liter engine, the bigger one of the few.
What's the gas mileage like?
9.0 in, I think, highway driving, and then 13 in city. Pretty much 100 per 100 kilometers.
Just regular unleaded?
Yes.
Perfect. The Kia Forte, also known as the K3 in Korea, Japan, and all the Asian side, I believe, is remarked as the Kia Cerato in Brazil, Costa Rica, Australia, and some other parts of the world, and it's a little bit redesigned, but it's still pretty much the same car. It has all the same specs in there. It's gotten much bigger. The Kia Forte took over the name for the Kia Spectre back in 2008, and it pretty much grew in wheelbase. It grew longer, wider, and even the body grew longer and wider just to match it all. And there's not much other history other than that I could really find up. So this car does have a couple mods done to it already, such as the exhaust is done, and I believe it's some sort of burble tune. I will show you in a minute on what the exhaust note sounds like, but there has to be something done to it because it's a lot more poppy than it should be. It has lowering springs done in the front. And we have the rear one sitting in his garage just waiting to be done. And
I like the look of it better.
I want to do the rear.
Yeah, I know you do, but I like the look of how it sits, because if I slam it, I'm not going over any bumps.
I want you to slam it. And there's not much other modifications done to it other than the decals just around the outside and some more stuff planned for the future, just like small stuff like shift knobs.
Cat back muffler delete.
That's what's done to it right now? That's the exhaust?
That's the exhaust. I don't know what brand, though. I have to look underneath it.
Okay. But yeah, the exhaust does sound good. I'll show you a clip of it right now. So, driving the car, do you have any pros and cons for it? What you like about it and what you don't like?
Couple pros and cons about the car, especially on lowering springs. For how the lowering springs work, it's not bad of a drive. It's pretty smooth, especially on highway driving. It's not that bad. And the shifting, if you know how to drive manual, it's pretty nice to row through these gears. It's very loose, it's not stiff at all, and the clutch isn't heavy, which is important.
Yeah, I do find when the shift does go wrong though, everyone gets pretty well.
Oh yeah, everybody gets.
Like it's pretty hard when you actually do miss the shift.
And especially compared to your car, your clutch is like
the Lancer.
No, the G.
Oh yeah.
It's like heavy.
Yeah,
like,
the clutch is really light in this.
This one's easy. It's smooth sailing. It's for a coupe. It's pretty spacious. Like I'm 6'2" and I fit in this car just fine. You're however tall.
Like 3'3".
Yeah, and he's up, and then I can fit like 2 people in the back comfortably.
Yeah. As long as they're under 6 feet, I think the back seat's fine. Other than that, you're gonna hit your head off the roof, so it's not too bad though.
Another pro with the car having it like as like the modifications and everything done to it. It turns quite a bit of heads, surprisingly.
Honestly, yeah,
for
it
a
does.
Kia,
especially with the exhaust note, it does 100%.
That's not bad. And because of the SXR package, it's got some like sharper edges. It's got a little spoiler lip to it, so like when you're looking at it, that's also like a pretty rare design.
Yeah,
on the car.
It definitely is. Considering you've had people message you about it.
Yeah, I've had a couple people DM me that drive the same car, asking where I got it. I'm like, dude, I bought it.
Yeah, no one knows about this package.
No.
Even looking it up, there was not much information on it.
No, you see a picture, and for. That was a Subi, by the way.
I hope you guys heard the Subi popping over there.
Yeah.
It's okay, we pop a little bit more.
Exactly. And so for this car as well, driving it, I would use it as a daily commute to school. So it's pretty reliable. It's good on gas.
Yep.
Not very many complaints about how it performs, unless, that's where we get into the cons.
Yeah.
Not fast enough for me personally. I really like a lot of power in vehicles.
Of course.
But like, I don't know if I want to dump another $5,000 into this car to just make it go faster.
100%, especially if you are looking for something else. Like.
But for the average person, it's got enough. So like, it's all good for that. These cars do have a very high rate of rust, like especially
they rust very easy,
especially in Canada.
I find a lot of because the market isn't for Canada. No, they don't.
Especially these cars.
Yeah, Kia's market's not really for Canada, so they don't really care about the rust protection. They're doing it more for their own home country.
Exactly.
So it's the same with a lot of brands. They just don't worry about us because we're not a large enough market to turn a profit for them.
If it snows, it snows. But then you put salt in the road, it's like, oh,
exactly.
goddamn.
Yeah. Once the salt's on it, you're pretty much poached.
And depending on how well you actually mod this car, I've actually DM'd in Instagram a lot of people of how they talk to me about how they build their cars, and there's no aftermarket for this car.
Nope.
You kind of have to like if I want like another wing, I gotta cut one off a Honda and then mold it to my car.
Yeah. Because there's not much for it.
People call this the Honda of Korea, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because this is what their cheap car like Honda would be.
Honda's Japan, yeah.
Like
that makes sense though. I can see it 100%.
I don't know about Japan because Japan is Honda, but
yeah, Japan's got Honda, they got Nissan, they got all the cooler brands.
Good for you. Complex.
So yeah, other than the stuff you just mentioned, there's a couple other things, but the one pro I really did notice is I like the layout of the interior a lot. The double din screen, as well as the extra space, especially for a coupe. I know I have absolutely no space to put anything in my car.
No.
It's nice to have the compartment at the bottom. The cup holders are big enough to fit cups. There's 4 cup holders.
I have 6 cup holders in this car.
Yeah, 4 up here, 2 in the back. It's actually a good amount of space to have passengers in a coupe. The only thing I don't like about it is that the plastics look very cheap. You can tell everything's crunchy.
Everything crunchy.
That's the only really complaint I have about the interior. It looks nice. The attention to detail is really clean, especially with the coupe badges on the inside and all the red accents, the red stitching.
Even on my steering wheel.
Exactly. I think that's really nice, and I actually do like the interior quite a bit. But I think that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see more of my content, please feel free to subscribe, as it does help me and the channel out a lot. And I think that's about it. So thanks, Kale, for letting me use your car. Appreciate it. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. See ya. Peace.